Hello and welcome to Behind the Lights. I'm Diane Dayton. What does it take to be one of the best places to work in Pennsylvania? Not 1 year, not 2 years, but 12 years running. Well, we're going to find out. And that place is Cargas. And with us right now, we have Chip Cargas. You are the founder and you are the chairman. Thank you for being with us.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for doing what you're doing, because people really enjoy, your employees enjoy coming to work and enjoy being a part of what you have created. So Cargas Systems, right?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, the short description is we're an employee-owned business software company with 108 employees.
Okay. So this started when?
Just about 30 years ago. June 17th
Wow.
is our 30-year anniversary. Started myself in the corner of a bedroom doing consulting. And we've gone from the 1 employee to 108 employees in the almost 30 years.
When you started this business, this really is representative of who you are, how you view life, and I think essentially relationships too. Address some of that backstory.
Oh, wow. Well, I came of age, you might say, in the 1960s. I went to both high school and college in the 1960s. And as we know, the 1960s were a time of change, a time of questioning. And one of the phrases that was you could hear frequently is power to the people, okay? So I grew up in this power to the people environment, but I ended up studying engineering in college and went into the business world. So I was trying to reconcile power to the people and capitalism, really. And so it took a few decades, but eventually I found there are ways to engage everybody in a business and basically let everybody be a capitalist through employee ownership. But it's way more than that. It's really just letting people be part of the action, feel the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat in a business.
Well, these ways that you talk about are what sets you apart, and what also has led to a lot of awards that you've won. What are some of those ways that you can break down for us that are different, that really is this great model?
Well, we start with our purpose, and our purpose is shared success. We have the 2-word version of our purpose, shared success, and it's shared success for our employees, customers, owners, partners, and community. So our idea is, you know, there's so much contention, not only in the business world, but in lots of other realms where people waste a lot of energy doing battle with each other, fighting over a small pie. And at Cargas, we try to take a whole different approach to this. It's like, well, let's just all work together. Let's be open and honest with each other. Let's create a bigger pie, and let's just share that generously. And the slices that each of us is getting, the idea is it should be bigger than even if you fought and got a disproportionate size slice of a small pie, you're still better off sharing the bigger pie. And it's both uplifting, but it also can be very rewarding.
Absolutely, and obviously it shows. The best places to work in PA. What was the criteria on that?
Most of the decision about who gets on this list is based on surveys that employees fill out. So it's really the employees judging the company, and yes, there are a number of things the company fills out about you know, programs and things like that. But there are, I think it's 60-some questions that are asked of employees. Do you trust what your manager says? Do you think the company is heading in a good direction? Do you feel valued? And so forth. And so really, it's the employees who decide whether you're a best place to work or not.
Okay, so that's been great, 12 years. The other award that you got, ethics.
Yes, we got the Ethics in Business Award from the Samaritan Center in Lancaster. And it's interesting, one of our consultants, you know, this is a person who consults on accounting and business software, he sent me an email after we got that award, and he says, you know, of all the awards we won, I think this is the most meaningful one, that we were recognized for having ethics in business.
Yeah. The most recent one is this.
Yes, this is very recent, as in last week. The National Center for Employee Ownership has their annual convention. This year it was in Atlanta. And they give an award called the Innovations in Employee Ownership Award. And we were one of 2 companies in the country to receive the award this year for our direct employee ownership and some of the innovative programs we use in our employee ownership.
Well, great. Well, congratulations on all of this.
Thank you.
When we look at your business, Cargas Systems, how would you describe the culture? Inclusive,
Fun but hardworking, very open, excuse me, very collaborative. It's just, we want everybody to be in the thick of the action in our company.
So how do you go about picking how do you pick them? What do you look for?
It's really, we look on 2 dimensions. One is the typical, do they either have the skills for the job they're being hired for, or do they have the ability to quickly learn those skills and continue to learn new skills, because we're in the technology business, things are always changing. So that's the typical part of what we're looking for. The other part of what we're looking for is, do people fit our culture? Do they believe in shared success? Do they want to be part of something bigger than themselves? Do they want to really understand what's going on in their business? Do they want to be part of a business that's designed to be built to last and grow sustainably over time? And so one of the ways we ascertain whether they are a good fit on the cultural dimension is, on our website, on our career page, we have this booklet called our Teamwork Booklet.
Okay.
And this is a 20-some page booklet. Half of it's about our culture and half of it's about our programs and how the profit sharing works and how the employee ownership works. When people come into an interview and they're excited about what they read in that Teamwork Booklet, that's usually a pretty good indicator.
Yeah. I would imagine on a regular basis, you see and feel a lot of excitement in your workplace. Is that true?
We do. I'm always amazed how people just walking into our office can kind of pick up on the vibe that's around the office, that people are really engaged in the work, that it's not drudgery to come to work at Cargas. Yes, you know, we have some bad days. Yes, sometimes the demands are hard and, you know, you're trying to balance some things out. But by and large, it's a positive, engaged attitude.
I would imagine, too, that the arrangement and the workstations are very conducive to interaction.
Yes, we've really explored a whole range of things on that front. We used to be much more traditional with offices and cubicles. Then, over time, incrementally, the pendulum swung in another direction, and I think we got to a point where some people felt like, I need my space a little bit more. And then as we've grown and run out of space in our office, it's like, you know, closed door spaces where you can reserve a time become at a premium. So now we're trying to swing back to the middle to have plenty of very casual, you know, just show up and be there and collaborate with people or just work quietly. Plenty of those kind of spaces, but have enough spaces that you either have a space that's your own or a space that's, you know, can be reserved if you need a meeting or a sensitive phone call or whatever.
To me, it sounds like it's a lot of flow and there's a lot of flexibility depending upon what's going on with the process.
There is, and because, you know, because we're a tech company, okay, I think every one of us has a laptop, and those laptops move around with us. So really, your office is wherever you and your laptop and your cell phone are. And so you know, people can be, they can be working at coffee shops or at home part of the day. They can be in for meetings. They might be sitting in one of the collaborative areas. They might be in a cubicle. Different people like different things. And we really try to provide a range of options for people and not expect that people will always be at the same place at all times.
Right, well that makes a lot of sense to me. That's really taking the human element, I think, where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Where it needs to be. We're going to put the website up on the screen if you would like to find out more about what we're talking about. One of the best places to work in Pennsylvania. But there's also a big move that's happened with this company, and we're going to talk about that when we return, so stay with us.
If you are a Lancaster County business or nonprofit, we want to tell the community about you. Your product or service is of value to the community, and we want to spread the word. Your nonprofit organization has valuable information to get to the community. You have an event that the community needs to know about and support. LCTV 66 can help you do that. Whether you have a 30-second message, a short vignette, longer form story, or informational piece, Lancaster Community TV can get the message out to the community on Channel 66 and on our YouTube channel. LCTV 66 offers you the opportunity with special packages including underwriting, sponsor messages, and programming to reach our thriving community. For more information, call 717-394-LCTV or email info@lctv66.org. LCTV is about you and our community. Lancaster Community Television. LCTV 66 is your local connection.
LCTV 66 is your connection for high school and college sports. Catch the action of your favorite teams in Lancaster County. Coverage of basketball, ice hockey, field hockey, soccer, football, and more. To join the LCTV sports production team or to sponsor or underwrite a sporting event, contact us at info@lctv66.org or call 717-394-LCTV. This is your community, your teams on your local sports channel, Lancaster Community TV.
Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about Cargas Systems and, wow, one of the best places to work in Pennsylvania, but you're also making a move, Chip, to downtown Lancaster on North Queen Street. Tell me what precipitated that?
Well, the driving force originally was, gee, we're running out of room where we are right now. We're growing, we don't have enough room for our employees. And while we love where we are now at the old stockyards, just at the northern end of the city of Lancaster, we thought, as we usually do, it's like, well, let's consider all our options here when we consider this next move. And fortunately, we found out about a project that was in the very early stages. It's officially called 101NQ. It's, some people know it as the former Bulova building, and it's at 101 North Queen Street in Lancaster. And we got very excited about this project when we first heard about it.
Yeah, so bringing this energy to downtown is really going to add something. What do you hope to get out of this, and what do you hope to make a difference in the community?
Well, when we were thinking about the move, you know, back again to our concept of shared success, we think about how this is going to affect all our constituents. So clearly we're thinking about our employees. How does this affect our employees? You know, we're a tech company. We do business software. You know, we help companies with their accounting software, their customer relationship management software, their mobile software that they're using. We need to recruit and engage largely millennials. About half of our employees are millennials. Mm-hmm. So we're looking for this to be a great place for our current employees, but with our continued sustainable growth, as we call it, we're really looking for this to be part of our recruiting, because there are more and more folks who want to live in a cool downtown like Lancaster. So part of it clearly is to attract and make a great place for our employees. But we're also thinking about our community. This 100 block of North Queen Street has resisted the revitalization that has happened in so many parts of downtown Lancaster. And we're just just so happy to be part of the team and be the anchor tenant at 101NQ. Be part of this team that is really transforming this building, which our former mayor called the ugliest building in Lancaster, transforming it into what it will become. And it will be creating jobs. We not only, at Cargas, we're planning to create really well-paying, family-sustaining kind of jobs. There'll be other companies in there that will be doing the same, and just helping to be that catalyst for really revitalizing that whole block.
It's going to be a diverse space too, isn't it?
It is. It's a mixed-use space. First floor is retail. Second and third floors are office space. And then the fourth floor is condos. And we will have the majority of the third floor. We picked the third floor because there's a roof terrace outside.
That's perfect.
And I think in good weather, we'll be taking our laptops out there and having meetings out there, or just sitting and working quietly out there. It's even on the north side, so you don't have to worry so much about glare on your computer screen.
That's great.
So so we're happy to be the anchor tenant there at 101 North Queen.
Well, that sounds wonderful. If someone's just joining us, we started to talk about this in the first segment, but let's reiterate. I know we have a slide that we can put up about the core values with Cargas. What are those?
Our core values are teamwork, customer care, and employee ownership. And really, when you think about everything we do at Cargas, it's really one comprehensive system designed around attracting and engaging great employees to do great work for customers so we can all share success. So the core values fit in with the shared success purpose. And while we keep our core values simple and only have 3 of them, behind those core values there are some key concepts. For example, with teamwork, we feel you have to know what's going on. We are incredibly open. Really everything except the usual HR things, human resources things that you need to keep confidential. We're very open about sharing with all our employees what are our sales, what are our profits, what are our challenges, what are our successes. It's just, we engage employees in our planning process. We're very collaborative in what we do. We support each other in balancing family and work. We don't have a strict limit on sick days or anything like that. We have some guidelines on what might be appropriate, but we just, we basically treat each other like adults, because we, as an employee-owned company, we all work for each other. And that, so the teamwork part is not only among our employees, but that's really with our customers as well, because we're working with our customers to help them with their business software. And whether we're using software that was developed by a company like Microsoft or Sage Intacct, or whether we're doing our own software and implementing our own software for them, we need to have a caring attitude, and we want to help them be successful. And then the third one, employee ownership. Unlike a lot of employee-owned companies which have an ESOP, a retirement program where employees are kind of one step removed from ownership, we have direct ownership. Every employee may buy stock in our company. 71 of us have bought stock with our own money. It is just a key, it's the signature program, but there are a lot of other programs that fit in. And then part of that also is we love working at Cargas. We want our company to be around for a long time. So we believe in sustainable growth. We believe in being built to last. We're looking to transition our company to successive generations of employee owners, and we're well along that path right now.
Wow. They're very vested. You give them reason. You give them opportunity to be a part of something. It's almost like a family too, isn't it?
It is, and you'll hear the term family around our office. The first time I heard Cargas family, it wasn't me using the term Cargas family to apply to our Cargas Systems family. But it was just like, oh wow, that's true, and it just sort of naturally flows off people's tongues.
So briefly, tell me a little bit more about growth. What's the future hold?
We believe, here again, in sustainable growth. That means we always need to be investing in new things. The world of technology is always changing, so we need to be adapting. So we're always investing, but we're not one of these companies that bets the farm, if you will, on one big thing that's either going to go huge or crash and burn. So we have 3 different business units, so we have some diversification. Some of these involve, and we're always trying to find the best software for our customers, whether that is software developed by others or software that we develop. So right now, we're in, a lot of times you might have 2 business units that are doing well and one that's, struggling or whatever. We're at a good spot right now where all 3 are growing, all 3 are profitable. It wasn't always that way. But because of that, I think what really helps fuel this whole thing, it all comes back to engaged employees who care about customers. And as long as we have a good strategy, we have good products that we represent or develop ourselves, and we continue, a lot of our new customers come from word of mouth. People heard, oh, I heard you folks are using Cargas, so the word of mouth really helps us out with the growth. So we've actually hired a lot of people in the last 5 years, and it continues. I mean, we ended last year with 100 employees. Now we're at 108, and we have 3 other people hired who haven't started yet. So the growth is continuing.
Well, it sounds to me like a lot of this is really about relationship. It's about relationship with the employees, with each other, with management. It's relationship with customer. It all gets down to that quality of relationship and being authentic. And like you were saying earlier, it's being, invested in this and having a say. And I think what you're offering for the employees, you get back a lot too, don't you?
Well, it is. I mean, we're all in this together. It's our company, You won't hear people saying my company or their company around Cargas. You'll hear people saying our company. It's our company. We're all employees. I'm an employee too. We're all owners if we want to be in the sense of owning stock. But we're all owners. Everybody's expected to think and act like an owner. And if you want to buy stock, you can. So we're all in this together. And it's back to that family concept.
That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. We're going to take a brief pause. When we come back, we'll have a final thought. Stay with us. Enjoy Mormon Tabernacle Choir, music in the spoken word, Sundays at 8:30 till 10 a.m. and 10:30 p.m. till midnight on LCTV 66, your local connection. Cargas Systems is one of the best places to work in Pennsylvania, and we're with Chip. Give us a final thought.
I guess to try to summarize it all, it's all about people. It's all about people working together, about caring about each other, and it's about using business as a force for good. It's much more than just employees trying to make money or owners trying to make money. Business can be a force for good. And by being a force for good, that can also help you attract the right kind of people to your organization who do the great work for customers, and it helps support our community, which makes it a better place for all of us to work and play and shop and everything else. So just, it's all about people working together. It
is, and considering a lot of your waking hours are there, good place to be.
Yes.
Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for coming on today and talking about what you do. You're really making a difference for individuals and our community. We'd like to say thank you for joining us today, too. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, reminding you to look behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.